And welcome to Rob Schmitt tonight. As the broader media conceals the Minneapolis shooter was trans and kind of acts like they don't know the motive here, a critical revelation from his manifesto that was put online. Robin Westman regretted becoming transgender. The New York Post, translating part of that manifesto, was actually written in Russian. The biological male wrote, "I regret being trans. I wish I was a girl. I just know I cannot achieve that body with the technology we have today. I also can't afford that. I only keep the long hair because it is pretty much my last shred of being trans. I am tired of being trans. I wish I never brainwashed myself." So we learn this as we see the first victim of what Westman did. 8-year-old Fletcher Merkel killed. His father spoke today.
Yesterday, a coward decided to take our 8-year-old son Fletcher away from us. Because of their actions, we will never be allowed to hold him, talk to him, play with him, and watch him grow into the wonderful young man he was on the path to becoming. Please remember Fletcher for the person he was and not the act that ended his life. Give your kids an extra hug and kiss today. We love you, Fletcher. You'll always be with us.
Fletcher's killer, Robin Westman, at 17, tried to turn into a girl. His mother signing off on the paperwork to change his name from Robert. This mass shooting, which left 2 little kids dead, is now part of a growing trend in this country. Trans mass murderers, exposing a pandemic created by the American left and the woke and junk science that they have created to support it. Our most vulnerable are victims to a clear agenda, where kids are transitioned and mutilated rather than treated for mental illness and depression. Think about this. Nearly 3 million people in the United States now identify as transgender. They don't agree with the body that they have. A quarter of them are mentally ill children, indoctrinated for mostly political reasons by people who sound like this.
Wish everybody a powerful, impactful, safe, and happy Trans Day of Visibility.
You are exceptional. Please know that you are loved and you are not alone. Trans youth are kids, and they should be able to spend their time being kids.
To parents of transgender children, affirming your child's identity is one of the most powerful things you can do to keep them safe and healthy.
I think being trans is something that's very beautiful and powerful.
We love trans people. Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans people. Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans people.
Idiocy. When the trans issue turned political, we found serious trouble. Democrats looking to create a new victim class turned trans kids, or kids that think they're trans, into political weapons, aligning with the broader trans agenda, which is Marxist in nature, and like any other agenda, wants more members, wants new members, wants young members. Suddenly, Democrats were demanding puberty blockers, hysterectomies, and mastectomies for little kids. They told trans kids anyone denying them these things didn't believe that they had the right to exist. How sick is that? Are we surprised that these mentally ill people are going on shooting sprees after they've been told all this? They've radicalized and enraged mentally ill people largely because it was good for their politics and their political agenda. Trans people are brainwashed to believe that conservatives, that churches, are a threat to their existence. Are we surprised they react in this way? A threat because they don't feed into their mental health disorder by cheering it on, by exacerbating the problem, by mutilating their body. Yeah, they're the bad guys. Robin Westman realized she was the victim of this agenda too late. 60% of trans people have at least one diagnosable mental health condition. I'm sure it's far higher than that. These are things that they don't want you to know. Think about what they just did in the UK. They just banned these surgeries on kids, the ones that they're talking about here in the United States, the ones that these politicians push for every day. to affirm them. As far as the motive for what happened this week, police said this today.
The shooter expressed hate towards almost every group imaginable. The shooter expressed hate towards black people. The shooter expressed hate towards Mexican people. The shooter expressed hate towards Christian people. The shooter expressed hate towards Jewish people. In short, the shooter appeared to hate all of us. The shooter's heart was full of hate. More than anything, the shooter wanted to kill children, defenseless children.
So full of hate and anger. But as we saw, it was certainly directed in one place, a conservative Catholic school, a place that a trans person would see as a threat, a place that a trans person would probably hate. The messages on Westman's weapons, "Where is your God?" One of them right there on a clip. He was seen on video shooting a target of Jesus Christ. The FBI director sharing more details of his hate-filled ideologies, posting that the suspect had anti-Catholic and anti-religious references in his manifesto and on his firearms, hated the Jews and called for violence against the President of the United States as well. A standard sample platter of today's radical American left agenda was all over his guns, all over the clips. And with that, the media conveniently becomes unable to do what they do all the time, which is speculate on a motive, which is still a mystery, according to the New York Times. On Wednesday night, Minneapolis's mayor said this.
Anybody that is going to use this as an opportunity to villainize our trans community or any community has lost touch with a common humanity. I feel oftentimes in these instances there's this desire to villainize a group, regardless of what group or background, gender. You know, the bottom line is that kids got killed.
Nobody is villainizing the trans community. It is the people who've indoctrinated the trans community and trans kids that are the problem, people just like him. Democrats are stoking fear and rage into the mentally ill in our country, and then screaming for gun control when they lash out. All of this is largely done for political gain, again, to create another victim class, while demanding Americans remain intentionally blind to the very obvious danger that they have manifested.
You know, everybody's reporting the same stories, the same spin. You turn the channel, it's always the same. But not us. We're different. We report the real news. No spin, just the facts. Turn to us, and you won't turn back.
Tune in to Rob Schmitt tonight on Newsmax.